your guess is the village has 300 or 400-ish people living
Mm-hmm.
in and possibly around it. Um, Eventually, she makes her way down to the beach and
Mm-hmm.
begins to strip her clothing. Number 37 looks at you and raises an eyebrow, and the other guy over there gets ready with his finger above a button.
Yes, please.
He gives the guy the sign, he pushes the button, and eventually, here's a picture of it. Let me see if you're still on this one. Yes, you are. You see the dumbest thing you've ever seen.
Is it the giant balls or whatever they
It
are?
is the giant white ball. Yes, it comes out and it begins to pursue her, and she goes and begins running away from it, and eventually it smothers her for a while, and then a couple of guys in like one of the taxis that's been remade into an ambulance come out and put her on it, and uh, number 37 says they'll take her to the hospital, sir, if you would like to see her there.
Thank you.
Very good, sir. Nobody escapes the village, he says,
Mm-hmm.
and smiles like, I did good, didn't I?
Yes.
The guy over at the thing kind of goes,
All right.
number
I shall.
37 looks at you expectantly.
Thank you. I shall go and give her time to get checked into the hospital and go pay her a visit.
Be seeing you, sir.
Indeed.
You have an re-elevate button on
Yes.
because you
Good. I
couldn't
was gonna
just
say,
go
is
with
it?
regular words.
Yes. I will flick the re-elevate button.
You notice that the control panel is left behind on both sides, so
Of course.
they decided
Just
building two
the
control
chair on the
panels.
podium that goes up and down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, eventually you are re-elevated back up to the tippy top,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
So they got the concealed screens. Did it look like when she got dressed and was around her house, did it look like there were cameras in the bathroom or anything like that?
bathroom, no.
Beautiful.
They have some sense of decency, old man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that was the other thing, actually. An indication of cigarettes or tobacco, etc. Pipe.
Um, you haven't seen it yet, but there's a lot of rooms in this house you have not explored yet.
Yes, that's the next thing I'll be doing, wandering around, having a look.
Uh,
Wasn't sure if
there
that
is a
looked.
smoking room with all the accoutrement one would expect in a well provisioned smoking room.
Okay. I shall pocket a lighter and some cigarettes.
They have the kind of they have normal lighters, but they also have like a pipe slash cigar lighter, which is almost a little torch. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it gives a strong blue flame.
Yep. For this particular purpose, the normal lighter will do.
Very good.
It's not so.
I was going to say you can have both if you want.
Yes,
They
true,
have
true.
several.
Yes, I'll pocket the other one and pipe and some tobacco.
And they also have excellent cigars and such. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you get loaded up with smoking shit.
Yes. I shall go to the bathroom.
All right. Yes, it looks like it's a well laid out bathroom and such. You don't see any cameras and such. They're obvious, but of course, pinhole cameras and such, which don't everything that you've seen does seem to be 1960s tech. So that means
Mm-hmm.
that a fucking spy camera would be about this size.
Yeah. Shouldn't need to worry about fiber optics and stuff like that.
You'd be rather shocked. I mean,
Mhm.
so far the most advanced thing you've seen is chair goes up, chair goes down.
Yes. And two guys on a teeter-totter.
What a fucking horrible job. What do? I sit on this fucking teeter-totter and spin and go up and down. It's like a really lame carnival ride for the
Mhm.
first couple hours, and after that, you just hate life.
Yes. All right. I shall light up a cigarette.
They have an ashtray in the bathroom because it's
Good.
the 60s. You're expected to be able to smoke wherever the fuck you want.
Is this a single person's bathroom, or is this look like it's a bathroom shared with multiple people?
It looks like it's a huge bathroom for one person.
Beautiful.
Um, you seem from all of the different things you've seen, you seem to be in charge here.
Yep. Yep.
So you are
All right.
given a bathroom fit for somebody who's in charge. It has all of the most modern 1960s stupid shit you can imagine, including a fucking deep ass pile carpet in the john.
So there's a bath in there?
Yes, a large one.
Is there scented candles?
Uh, no, they're really not into the scented candles so much. They
No.
have unscented candles, but also water jets you can turn on in the bath if you wish,
Yeah.
and
Oh, they
extra
do
clothes.
they do have some candles there, do they? Beautiful. All right. So I shall light a candle.
You curse the darkness afterward.
Yes. And then I'm going to attempt extinguish flame. Extinguish fire.
Ah, clever bastard. All right. First, give me a willpower times 3. You detect a lot of resistance to magic
Yeah.
here.
Well, I had no idea as to if magic would work here or not. So I thought,
This is a good way to fucking test it.
yeah, and I wanted to do it where people couldn't watch me doing it in case people go,
Excellent idea. I was curious as to what kind of crazy shit you were doing.
yeah, that's what my initial thought was: get a cigarette and lighter and just do it on the cigarette. But if there's candles, that's
Eh,
just as well, and I can keep
sure.
smoking.
That way I don't have to stop smoking for one instant. Ha ha.
Yes,
Very well.
by 3.
Yes. This is to push it through regardless of its wishes.
Ooh,
Fine.
by 1.
All right. So take a check
Oh,
in willpower,
yeah, a
and
crit.
now you can try your spell.
All right, extinguish fire.
Normally, you'd have to, each time you cast the spell, you have to do the willpower times 3. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm since you made times 1, if you just want to go extinguish, 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 I don't care.
All right, beautiful.
Speed it up a bit. But yeah, normally any spell you want to cast is willpower times 3 to fucking push that bitch through.
Yep. Extinguish. Yep. Try it again. Oh, that's the other thing. Does it feel like it draws more out of me trying to do it?
Now, same amount of magic points, but
Okay.
it's you have to impose your will upon this area to cast magic.
Yep.
Pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
yeah, that's all right. Yeah, because that was the two things I weren't sure about. A, if magic worked or not, and B, if it was harder, if it took more out of you when it did work. Okay, try it again. That's 2.
There you
Grit.
go.
Fort 1. Grit.
Right. Oh, well, things happen, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. That was
What was that? That was
extinguished.
3. Were you doing a crit didn't cost any magic points in
No,
this
no.
game?
Crit cost normal magic points. However,
You learn other stuff. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if you
yes.
learned the crit didn't cost any magic points. Bit 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Yep, that's right. That's going to be 4 all up. Down to
Okay,
1.
now you pick up a new spell. Let's see, that was extinguish fire, wasn't it? Yes. You pick up a new spell at learn
Excuse
called
me.
fireproof. I will copy paste it into roll 20, but
Mm-hmm.
also I will read it for the folks at home. Casting time 1 round, range self till next sun up or sundown, 4 magic points. any fire damage that's done to you goes down by 1 place, meaning 1 die. It should be 1 die down.
Mm-hmm.
But you're extra resistant to fire. And if you ever get a crit in fireproof, then you may get up to the next thing. Yeah.
Yes.
I like this new way of doing the spells. I'm rather happy with it.
Why is that not? Excel's doing weird stuff.
Yes. While you sort out Excel, I'm going to get some more drink and hit the restroom real quick. Oh. So, Mr. I like to go into strange gates to learn new shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's one way to go find out new places and explore new environments.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And I wasn't too sure if it was just going to be just popping out and there'd be a gate behind me that I could step back through, or. But no.
That's one of the things I like about it is it all this weird shit makes sense internally.
Yeah.
And plus, it doesn't even need to be consistent. I know you have many excellent theories as to why it doesn't even need to be consistent, but yeah.
All right. All right. Okay, just making a note that magic is harder here. All right, I shall wander through this place and check out the other rooms?
You find many different rooms. There's nothing that really pulls at your attention.
Mhm.
It's definitely upper class. I mean, if you're into being the evil genius in charge of some sort of strange place like this, then you
Mhm.
couldn't really ask for a more comfortable place. You do find like the kitchens and such where the butler is currently shining silverware and such. He looks at you attentively when you come in, but
Good
other
morning.
than that, he nods to you.
All right. I shall, once I've had a wander through, I shall wander out and go to the hospital.
Hmm. All right. First,
Uh,
let's see. I believe you're already on this. Yes, I even have a picture. There you go. It's just to the right of the butler. That's what your front door looks like.
oh, nice.
Yay. Um, let me see here.
It's
I'm going to.
it's a pull cord for the doorbell, if I'm not
Mm-hmm,
mistaken, just in the
mm-hmm.
frame.
Lovely, huh?
Yes.
Let's see. Let me move you over to this one. These are generalized pictures of the village. And anybody who's listening or watching this and is upset that they don't get to see them, play. So sorry, but it's not. It's yeah. Anyway, as you can see, some of the people wear multicolored striped uh, capes and shit over their clothes. A lot of people wear very bright, flashy clothes. So far, uh, aside from the people in the basement, the elevate, um, those guys wear the kind of same thing you do. But as far as the surface dwellers and such that have it, it seems to be you and number two. If you would like me to describe any places that you pass on the way to the hospital, or if you'd like to do a generalized tour of the town, it looks small enough that you could accomplish that in not too long.
Get a bit more of a feel for the town. One of the things I'm looking for, which don't appear to be on the maps, but don't appear to be on the photos, I should say, but may be there, is I'm looking for indications of um, sewers or that sort of thing.
There's none on. You can't see any
Like,
within the village. They have like medieval style sewers where all the stuff goes, but instead of in the middle, it's on the side, so it's
yep, yep.
more modern. Something I forgot to mention: within your place, your house number two,
Mm-hmm.
your house is number two. You are number two. You see how one could make sense of all the world.
Yes.
There is a way to go to the basement via stairs as well, and you believe that there's a lot more tunnels and shit down there
Okay.
underneath. You haven't really explored all that. You're mainly checking out the house and stuff, but there is a convenient stairs to go down if you don't want to ride the chair. The chair is much cooler and it goes,
Mm-hmm.
much more fucking Bond villainish.
Yes.
So, is there anything on the way you would like a bit more detail on? I have descriptions of everything.
Not particularly.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks like, yeah, your typical town on a hillside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like there's a few, yeah, like can't think what the vehicles are, not Land
Ooh.
Rovers, but yeah.
I almost forgot on the between the front door and the like you go from the big circular room into a centrum.
Mm-hmm.
It's got double door. It's like another room thing, and they do have old style. clock in there,
Oh, yes.
possibly French. And then beyond that is the door leading out. Um, let's see, ramps, shit like that. Oh, the fucking screen is huge. You could definitely do with watching rugby on that or something. Anyway, right, you head on over to the hospital, and as people are passing you, they're like, "Hello, number two, etc."
Good morning.
They seem to be greeting you. Give me an empathy roll, either half or -30. Your choice.
Yes, empathy. I'll do -30, which will put it to there.
It's not the easy roll.
No, just missed.
Bummer. All right. Yes, they seem very polite and a little friendly, but not overly familiar.
Yes, yes.
Um. Right. The hospital is a four-story fortress. Um. Give me evidence analysis roll. It's rather big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big, big
maybe
hospital.
it's a full service hospital. They have, you go in there and there's a doctor that comes up to you.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. Does he have a
Hello,
number on him?
86.
Good morning, 86.
Good morning, number two. How are you, sir? Are you well?
Good.
Dr. Humor.
Mm-hmm.
He stops. He stops smiling when you fail to laugh. Right this way, sir.
Thank you.
He says, "I take it you're here for number 6."
Indeed.
Very good, sir. He's leading you through the hospital. Let me find a picture. Here it is. One of the interesting rooms that he leads you by, you can see through a porthole with your freakish spot hidden. This scene within.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And further on, you see through another porthole some older gentleman, maybe in his 50s, dressed as a British school child with a woman. He's chained up, and then there's an unchained woman with nipple tassels who keeps yelling shame at him. He appears to be very pleased.
Hmm.
And she is also holding a cricket bat. That may be the most British thing you've seen today, you think, as you continue
Yes.
on. Eventually, he takes you to a very normal looking room, a lot of white. They even have a machine that goes bing in near the bed. He shows it to you.
Lovely.
Yes, sir. It is the most expensive machine in the hospital.
Very good.
He looks very pleased, and one of the nurses breaks into wild applause before realizing that that may not be appropriate, and she stops applauding and just
Mm-hmm.
sits there and looks down. The doctor looks at her. 86 looks at her annoyed, and he says, "Here is number 6, number 2."
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else you would like from us, or shall we remain here, or shall we withdraw?
What are your what's your assessment of number 6 currently?
Number 6 is currently unconscious as she is resting after Rover had finished subduing her. Um, she should be all right within an hour or two, although if you wish, we can bring her around quicker with a shot of fancy chemical name. You can give me a
Oh, no.
pharmacy roll.
Yes. I should. Pharmacy. Yep. Yep.
You would actually suggest something a little different than what he is going to use. His is a bit rough.
Yeah, so I'll say, what about blah or blah?
He looks accusingly at the nurse, who looks at him, giving him the look of, "It was your decision. You fucked it up. I will soon be the doctor." And he tells the nurse to get the proper injection ready. She says, "Yes, number 86, doctor, Dr. 86." And she goes off to do that.
Mhm.
And the doctor looks at you and goes, "An excellent suggestion, number two.
Yep.
Would you
You
like her?"
missed it by that much.
Yes, number two. "Would you like us to give her the injection, number two, or keep it on standby?"
Keep it on standby.
Very well.
We'll do it
Shall I?
natural, just so she's not stressed out or anything.
Yes, number two. "Would you like me to resume my other duties, number two?"
Yes, 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 you may.
He gives a curt nod and leaves. Give me an empathy roll on him. Says McKay.
Empathy. Oh, yeah, by lots.
He's a little scared of you. Possibly the fact that you're number two keeps him well and
Yes.
truly in line.
Yeah.
Apparently,
That
you've
keeps.
become an evil overlord without knowing it.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew this day would come.
Well, I was the head of KBC New York for a while, so
That is the best evil overlord training ever. Also, on the
yes.
wall, you do see this sign here.
Quiet. Questions are a burden to others. Answers a prison for oneself.
You look very pleased as you look at the sign. The nurse comes in. She puts the injector on a tray just out of reach of the bed, nods
Mhm.
at you, and says, "Will there be anything else, number two?" She looks a bit smug.
Any magazines?
"I can get you a copy of the Tally Ho if you'd like."
That would be most pleasurable.
"Very well, number two." She quickly goes to get it, and
Not quite the
then,
right word, but anyway, yeah.
pardon?
Not quite the right word, but yes.
Hmm. "I feel pleasure from looking at printed material. Bring me some immediately."
Yes.
Oh God, that'd be an alarming boss. It's like, what's going on? And
I'm
right,
assuming she's not on oxygen or anything.
now she's laying there. She looks way too cleaned up for somebody who just got smothered into the fucking beach sand and shit not long ago. Uh, the tally ho. The articles are not excessively relevant. This is just to give you an idea of the kind of
Yeah.
shit they have to read here. Okay. As you can see, the penny farthing bicycle featured prominently and such. The headline is, "Be sure to welcome the new number two," and it has a picture of you doing this thing, looking very
Yes.
stately and such. Um, Kind of like the people in the older style paintings who usually ended up dying of consumption or something like that. But
And for the listeners, the one of the articles is written by Bob O. Bobston, I should say, Bob O. Bobston, and the other article is written by a Roy McRoyston.
ooh, good call there. Take a card. Yes, these are obviously either fake names or their parents did not want children and were Catholic and
I
or
think
had no access
more
to.
the articles that have been sourced and given fake names, especially when one of them is Granny wins World Wrestling Championship.
Awesome.
An international moose count underway.
We all have international moose counts underway.
Oh, that is a silly article. Have you actually read the article about the moose bit, and
Yeah,
especially
go ahead.
about
And what's the high points?
well, this bit which I saying about as moose season reaches its close, researchers worldwide are turning to science in an attempt to boost next year's figures. NASA stunned the scientific community today with the announcement of their discovery that the moon is significantly smaller than previously believed. This conclusion, which is the conclusion of a 10-year collaborative project, will have profound implications for the moose community as the gravitational field is now known to be of the right strength to support moose in orbit.
That is a very silly article.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. The first delivery of moose into low moon orbit could be achieved as early as the third quarter of next year. The technology to nurture moose in space is available now, he said. All that is needed is political will.
Yes, I don't. Apparently, they weren't really expecting people to read these articles, but there you go.
Someone's had fun. Someone's had fun writing it.
Mhm. But yes, the main story seems to be welcome the new number two type of thing. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Um, is there an ashtray in the room?
Uh, Probably not. Oh, wait, no, this is a hospital in the 60s. You find one.
Exactly.
You go find one. You can pretty much smoke while waiting for your wife to pop out a kid in the 60s. So possibly the doctor who is popping out the kid may be smoking while doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No. I just pictured it being as. I mean, even in the 70s, I remember in Jaws. There's a scene
Mm-hmm.
in Jaws where they're in the hospital and people are smoking and. Okay, I shall read through the tally ho and
Mm-hmm.
eventually light up a pipe, lie relax
Um,
and wait for number 6 to stir.
she eventually regains consciousness and crinkles her nose a bit as though she is unfamiliar with the pipe smell.
Hmm.
But then she looks at you and goes, "Who are you?"
Number 2, how are you feeling?
"Who am I?"
You are number 6.
She frowns at you, take a card. She looks ready to fucking spit.
It is the
I
way things are done. It is the way things are done here. The family card. Ignore this card if anything bad has happened to your family within the last game year. Each family member you have within your immediate family, i.e., wife and kids, you gain 1d6 sand. All right. So, a question in regards to this card: does Elvin count as a family member?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right.
Actually, him and the bird would count as family members as you've adopted. But I would say that those are the only two in the campaign. Well, actually, no, the others are in the campaign, but it looks like you're getting a fucking windfall because you had a family before and you got a
Yes.
family that's good. So what is that, 4d6?
Yes. 4d6.
You're a horrible man. As he
Hey,
goes around, pretty soon he has like 10
I
people
don't
in his
write the
family.
cards.
Mm-hmm.
11. Crappy rolling, but
You know,
average.
you could spend a
Actually, no.
pause and re-roll the 1, 3, and 2, or whatever if you wanted. You don't have to re-roll the 5 unless you feel like it.
Well, I do have a reroll
I would
card.
use that. I would
Yes.
fucking definitely consider that.
Yes. I'll play the reroll.
Mm.
Let me shift around the map to bring about the discard pile. Put the reroll on top. So we want to change that to 3 and roll. Yeah. All right. So 7 and 5, 12. So I gained 1. That's all
Bummer.
right. Bummer. Yeah. Won't be. Can't be. Yeah. Anyway, where were we? Get rid of that. Oh, shall we? Why not? Where is it? I shall. All right. So what I'm going to do is I discard the family card. I play the retrieve on the family card.
You're a very naughty boy.
Well, knowing my luck, I'll get a play immediately card and lose the retrieve before I can use it for something else that would be equally as nice. Well, actually, sorry, where is it? Sorry, yes, the limited retrieve is the one I wanted to use. Sorry.
Still a very naughty boy. Oh, and then you're going to use the retrieve on it again. I'm maxing out my sanity right now, Logan. I know that the evil overlord thing will work out for me. Oh my God.
That's a bit better.
That is a good roll.
So that puts me to 95.
Cut to it shows Yana going, no.
I will not retrieve that for the extra 4 points of sand.
You know, you wouldn't even have to roll. You just retrieve it, play it, done.
Yeah, I know, but no.
Okay.
The way the game's gone, I've gained sand almost every session.
Well, you keep doing good guy things.
Well, so yes.
Now you can go just shoot a couple of random motherfuckers in the head and work it back down, and then do more good guy stuff, and eventually you'll have those 60 points in cold-blooded killing maxed out.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
Then you can work on cannibalism.
Yes. I'll max out my human gore or torture.
It's so many things to look forward to for Mr. McKay.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
I could see him as a creepy administrator guy who's stepping over body parts and stuff, going, well, it is a bit messy in here. And you're like, oh, you know, McKay's like, this will not do. You must clean up after yourself.
Yes. Okay. Where were you? That's right. Yes,
she was looking annoyed with you.
Yes. All right. Anyway, how are you feeling?
Fine, she says. Give me a super good empathy roll, because she's basically now constructing her mask, so to speak.
Yes.
She's going for the poker face. Oh. It is working well.
Okay.
She says, I'm fine. Am I to be held here as a prisoner? Roll credits.
As in this hospital, you mean?
As in wherever I am. Where is this place?
You're in the village.
I see. Am I to be held a prisoner in the village?
You're a guest in the village, as we all are.
She looks, she gives you a kind of a dubious look, like, yeah, right. She says, for how long am I to remain as a guest?
Until it's decided that you may go again, basically. It depends on it. A lot of that depends on you.
Am I to be held in this hospital room as well, or may I leave when I feel?
It was just while you were out.
What was that thing that came and got me?
Rover, that was.
I see. And all escape attempts are met with this?
Yes.
I see. Very well.
Is there a cupboard in the room?
Sure.
Are her clothes in there?
Yes.
All right. I shall. Would you like to get dressed?
She looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
Well, I don't know. You may wish to spend some more time in bed.
I'll get dressed.
Certainly. I shall leave the room so you can get dressed
She
in privacy.
she nods.
I'll be taking, and I take the tray of the needle with it on
Damn
it.
you! All right. Yes, a brief flicker of annoyance crosses her face,
And
but
I'll
she
pass
masters
that
it.
to a nurse.
Oh, thank you, doctor. Or
Thank you.
number two. Sorry.
Thank you.
She heads off,
No
gives it
longer
to some
required.
doctor.
Yes. All right.
Right. Are you going to wait for her, or are you going to go
Yes.
about your duties? Or
No,
all
I'm
right.
going to wait for you.
She eventually comes out. She's dressed much as you, except her number is number 6.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Who controls the village?
Number 1.
Who is number 1?"
They are the individual that controls the village.
She looks so annoyed. I see.
Yes. Shall we? What about what? No. Am I feeling hungry?
A bit. You
Yes.
could do a bit of nosh, I suppose. Maybe coffee and one of those little cake things or something.
Yes. Are you feeling hungry?
She shrugs.
Would you like some lunch?
Very well. What do you suggest?
Well, where are we? We're at the hospital. We could go for a walk over to where the general stores are. Was there a cafe or something there?
There is a cafe, maybe on the map. I'm not
There it is.
sure.
It's behind my residence. All right. Yep,
Mm,
I see it there. Cafe. Well, we could go to the cafe and have
very
something to
well,
eat.
she says. It's a pleasant sunny day out as you guys stroll over there. People greet you, number 2, number 6. It's very easy because everybody's got a name tag.
All right. So the woods.
Hmm.
Are there statues through it? How wooded is it? Or is
It's
it more like a
fairly
park with
wooded.
the occasional tree?
No, it's a bit more than the occasional tree, but there are statues here and there. A lot of busts
All right.
on pillars and such, and you
I
know what
will.
they contain. Yes.
Yes, I will lead her through the woods. We'll head over towards where the general stores are, and then go up from there to the cafe.
Mhm.
Have a pleasant stroll through the woods on our way there. And
Excellent.
basically, whenever we've got a bit of a distance from the busts and statues.
Hmm. Yeah, you find a dead spot.
Yes. Just to let you know, there's cameras all over the place, mainly in the statues, and they can hear us from those if you're close enough. But there
And
are
why
dead
would you tell
spots
me this?
because I woke up here this morning having no idea where I was. They think I'm this number 2.
She looks at you. Give me an empathy roll at -30. The bitch is making herself hard to read. You
Yes.
hate her so much.
No.
She looks faintly amused and says, "Oh, I see."
So now, in regards to your situation, Miss Fells, they,
She looks a bit confused. Oh,
as in you're looking confused. That name is
not
not
at all, she says. Eventually.
recognizable to you.
Pardon?
Name is
Miss
not recognized.
Fells? Fells?
Yes.
No.
Kells, sorry, Kells. No, it's Fells, isn't it?
She says, I was hoping your
No,
briefing
Kells.
papers were a bit off.
No,
Yes,
Kells.
Kells.
Sorry, no, no, it's just me.
Ah, she
Felicia Kells. My apologies. Um, Basically, apparently you died, your body was cremated, and suddenly you're here. So suddenly you were alive and wandering around. So people are wanting to know why, which is why you're here.
I see, she says.
Hmm. Tell me, have you heard of the children of Zeus?
Now,
Okay. I was just wondering if you're one of them. Somebody who
I
has. Because the children of Zeus are able to die and come back again.
I see. I know.
Okay. Interesting. So your coming back alive is different then to that.
She gives you a look. She looks faintly amused, as though you're doing one long, complicated, convoluted joke.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we shouldn't dawdle too much. They'll start wondering what's going on.
Of course, she says, we mustn't keep them waiting.
No.
You guys head over to the cafe. It's unremarkable, aside from the fact that A, alcoholic beverages not on the menu, and B, most of the people are in outdoor tables
Hmm.
sitting around. And you get to sign with your number.
Yep.
So yes, you guys have a pleasant lunch.
Hmm.
She says the weather seems very good here. Is it like this all the time?
Um. Yeah. Yes.
Good.
It is always nice here.
How pleasant, she says.
Indeed. Very pleasant.
Hmm. One of the old guys stops by and he says, "Excuse me, number two."
Yes. What has he got? What's his number?
Number 173.
Yes, 173. How may I assist you?
Will you be stopping by for our regular game of chess later this afternoon?
Yes, I think I might have time for that.
Excellent. Meet you near the old folks' home.
Sounds good.
He says, "Be seeing you," and heads off.
Okay.
She looks at you. Um, Complicated emotions flit across her face.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Your normal game of chess, I see.
Yes.
How lovely. Do that every day, do you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I see. She smiles and goes back to eating.
Once we are done,
Hmm.
um, let me show you around the town,
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
and we shall wander around the town and check out the places. And again, on the occasion when there's like dead zones and stuff, from what I've seen of it.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, you're not completely certain, but you're cautiously optimistic on some of them because you
yeah,
haven't had a
yeah.
great deal of time watching
No,
everything, and you're not sure you've seen everything.
no, that's right.
I'll give you the quick rundown of all the places you have not been already. The bell tower rises above the other buildings of the village. It stands beside the sea. Would you
Hmm.
like to go up into it? It appears to be 4 stories or so tall.
Yes, why not? Give a bit of a
Um,
view.
Indeed. Second level opens into a large balcony overhanging the sea. The highest of the 4 levels has a place to hang bells. Oh, give me a spot hidden roll on the topmost level.
There we go.
If you make it, give me a mechanical repair roll.
Mechanical repair, comma, mechanical. Yes, I
The
made my spot hidden. I'm just making the rolling
there
mechanical.
are
Natural 1. Oh, that's the second or third one I've rolled today.
Well, not only do you know that it's very possible to bring spotlights up here, you have a good idea of which brand and name of spotlights that they use. Where to buy the replacement bulbs if you were back in the regular world, and have a friend who worked there for years. But anyway, that aside, yeah, it looks like there's normally spotlights that could be used to illuminate the village, kind of like the old prisoner escaping type thing where they have the bright spotlight that tries to illuminate them. Prisoner spotlights, it all works. But yes, they're not current. The searchlights are not currently here. It looks like the kind of thing that needs to be lugged up the stairs and such by frantic
Okay.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so there's not a storeroom on this floor.
Yeah. The Citizens Advice Bureau is fucking dull. It's pretty much just people working to with their problems and stuff. They get advice there. Although everybody seems to avoid that building. The cliffs and such, there's cliffs and it seems that they're riddled with caves. That might be something to investigate at another time.
Yes. Okay.
The free sea. Imagine a swimming pool that if you were to get into it at any point, your knees would get wet, and that's about it. That's how deep it is. It looks like the kind of thing that if you wanted to lounge near water for some fucking reason, as many people seem to want to, this is it. Why it's called the free sea, I don't know. There's a little fountain in the middle. There's also a chess lawn and an ornate stone address platform that stands about 15 feet above the ground nearby.
Yep.
Green Dome, you know all about. They have a helicopter landing pad. No helicopter is currently there. The hospital you've seen. The kiosks and booths are scattered throughout the village for various things. All have brightly striped awnings or bright plastic covers. The labor exchange, it's where you can get signed up for menial work and such. And apparently, they have 2 different job openings: either flower arranger or barbarian warlord. Currently, I don't know why. The leaving area, yeah, that's blah blah. Old folks home, nothing special. They have old timers here who have the kind of smug self-indulgence that people who are able to live out their twilight or sunset years in very comfortable surroundings might get. The Palace of Fun is interesting. It looks like the kind of place with cabaret, games, arcade, cinema. The cabaret is called the Cat and Mouse. The game area features pinball, table sports, electronic games. Also, there's a game which has currently got an out of order sign on it called Roy, A Life Well Lived. And a small cinema that seats about 50 and seems to have very old movies in it. Something with Charlie Chaplin is advertised.
Okay.
They have a phone box. The recreation hall. The recreation hall is of interest. They have it's for sports and other physical recreation. They have fencing strips. They also have a shooting range, although they use like laser pistols, meaning not like pew pew, but the ones that like people go and play laser tag with.
Yep.
Well-equipped weight room, 3 handball, racquetball courts, 2 saunas, padded floor for gymnastics and unarmed combat, all-purpose indoor court, small exhibition and lecture room. Um, According to the lecture room, they have an art club, a bridge club, a poetry circle. Um, they also have the dumbest game ever, which involves two trampolines, a pool of water, and quasi martial arts. The objective is to get the other guy into the water that's between the trampolines. It looks stupidly dangerous to play, as your chances of cracking your head, ribs, back on the water tank or edges of the trampoline are about the same as you're actually going into the water. They have a repair shop. The town hall, which is odd. The lady is not able to approach the town hall, but you are.
Okay.
She claims that there's a force shield. She could be faking. No. So that's a quick tour around the village.
She's very good at not, is it pantomime?
Yes. Yeah, she could be a mime, which is a good reason not to kill her. A mime is a terrible thing to waste.
Yes. The what was the game you said that was out of order at Palace of Fun?
It's called Roy, A Life Well Lived.
Okay, and what sort of game is that?
You're not sure. It has a blank screen and some sort of elaborate helmet with wires and such that is meant to be put on one's head, apparently.
All right, that seems completely out of place.
Compared to
For
the
this.
pinball machines, yes.
Well, just general technology of this place.
That may explain why it's out of order.
Hmm. One of these things is not like the others.
You have a suspicious mind, sir.
Hmm.
It's
Well,
just a
besides the
video
fact
game.
that I recall the Rick and Morty episode, but
Damn you.
but yes.